Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you from, I think Hades. Some people call it hell, I call it Hades. I'm in Texas and it's super hot. I'm in the garage, which it is night, but it's still hot. But I want to get the bike in this shot because I'm going to talk about this Indian I bought, 2018 Indian Scout Bobber. For those who've been following, I have got 200 miles on the bike now. Still working on the 500. Been busy doing this, doing that, sweating to death. Today was extremely hot. Got up, went to my buddy, Super Mechanic Todd's son's baseball game. Enjoyed that, but man, it was hot. I'm sunburned. And then I rode out there on the bike, rode home, got out on the bike later. I would say when it cooled down, but it didn't. And put some miles on it. Like I said, I got up to 200. Try to ride it again tomorrow. Try to get to that 500 break-in period. We're gonna get that break-in oil out and be able to actually see what this bike can do. I'm really enjoying the bike. I've got no complaints. The only really gripe I have, as my dog Jesse checks it out, is I think Indian should have went with short shot exhaust on this bike. As far as the look, I love it, but the exhaust to me is just extremely too long, too big, too long. Doesn't sound horrible. It's actually got a little bit of rumble to it, so that's probably going to be changed out. I don't know when. Just be money and time on that. I'm a big fan of Vance and Hines short shots. I had those on my last two Harleys. That's what I'm looking at going with here. And my dogs will be barking at somebody. I'm getting attacked by moths in here because I've got the back door open trying to get some air in here. But anyway, excuse the dog. She'll be quiet in a minute. Maybe she doesn't bark too much. But back to the bike. Yeah, I mean, I really like it. I think it looks great. We got a compliment today at the ballpark. Yes, Jesse. You want to say hi to the people of YouTube? But yeah, as far as the way it looks, the way it's running, the way it handles, I mean, I'm used to, like I've said before, I've had my last two bikes were Fat Boys. I don't know exactly what Fat Boys weigh, but I guarantee it's a lot more than this bike. This one, they say with fuel and everything, it's like 550 something pounds. Super light, super easy to maneuver. So I'm loving that. I'm gonna be honest, if you're looking for comfort and something you can ride for long distance, this is not gonna be the bike for you. This is, I've never rode an old school bobber. I'm gonna go on record and say that. But from all the stories I've heard of people who've rode old school bobbers, they're rough riding, you feel the road, that's the ride you get on this bike. I understood that going in when I bought it. I kind of like it, but you do feel the bumps. So it's a little hard on the back. It's obviously a lot better than it would be if it was a hardtail, like the old school ones. But you definitely get the feel of the road. You feel the bumps. You feel, you know, if you hit, you know, on that soft tail Harley, you hit a bump, and I mean you feel it, but it's like a cushion. This one, it's just like boom, jars you. So if that's the riding you want to do is long distance and you're into the comfort thing, I suggest you look at big cruisers that Indian offers, Harley offers. I've never rode a cruiser from Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, any of those. I had a sport bike, like I was said in another video. It was like a 96 CBR 600. Those aren't very comfortable, but as far as comfort, this bike's more comfortable than a sport bike. I'll say that for it. But yeah, I mean, it's the way it looks. That's what I've always liked. I've loved old school bobbers. Been a big fan. Indian Larry. I don't know if any of y'all know who that is, but check him out on. I'm sure you can find videos of his stuff on YouTube. Unfortunately, he passed away. Seemed like a really cool dude. He was on TV. He did the Great Biker Build-Offs. I think he won every biker build-off he competed in. He made the old school, just bobber bikes, and they were great. They looked awesome. Unfortunately, he did pass away. He did motorcycle stunts and stuff too, and he fell off his bike. He was standing on the seat, fell off, hit his head, wasn't wearing a helmet, and he passed away, unfortunately. But check him out, because if you see some of his bikes, you'll see kind of the reason I kind of fell in love with the bobber look. They're just simplistic. They don't have all the fancy features you can get on a big bagger, you know, and all that. No cruise control, nothing. It's all cut down to minimum, including the suspension, which, you know, there's your punching the kidneys every once in a while. But like I said, I like that. I like to be able to feel the road. The way as light as it is, I really like, because this bike you can just flick. You can cruise in and out of places. It's a lot easier to handle than a heavy cruiser, obviously. The only thing I've done to this bike so far is I've flipped the mirrors, because I think they look better down position. I don't think they look bad up. I just preferred them under the bars. As far as what I'm going to do to it, there's not a whole lot. Like I said, exhaust would be one thing. I did order the back seat and passenger pegs. I don't really like the look of it on there, but I wanted to get that in case my girlfriend doesn't want to ride. Dealer said that was pretty easy to take on and take off. We'll see. But the passenger seat doesn't look bad on it. I just love a bobber. To me is a solo seat, one passenger, you get out and ride. But like I said, I got that because, you know, she said that she had interest in riding some. She's not a big motorcycle person, but so I was like, hey, I'll get the back seat. Maybe she'll enjoy it, and we can have some fun together on it also. Other than that, I don't really know what else to say except I'm freaking hot. I'm sweating to death. Got up to like 100 and something today. I think the last temperature I saw in my car was 100. So it probably felt like 105. I don't know, it felt horrible. And so I'll be feeling the pain tomorrow with the sunburn, I'm sure. But anywho, let me step off camera for a second. Let me take you over here. Oh man, I have got the moths in here. Oh. Oh my goodness. There it goes. Like I said, exactly 200 miles on it. So 300 more, I can get that break-in oil out and actually be able to give it some gas and see what it'll do. But like I said, I really like the look of it. I mean, the turn signals or the brake light turn signal combination, I love how that is cleaned up the back end. But you can kind of see the suspension. It's, I think if I remember right, the regular Scout versus this, they took like an inch out of the suspension. They did tell me that you can actually add by a wrench and turning these. You can add suspension or tighten it up however you want. I haven't messed with that. Like I said, I don't really mind the ride. I just want everybody who does watch this video, if they're looking at getting this bike, to realize, hey, it's rough riding. But like I said, I like it. I love the way it looks. Like I said, my only big complaint is the exhaust. I really think Indian probably could have done some short shot exhaust on this, and I think it would have looked a lot better. It'd look more like a bobber. I mean, it already looks like a bobber, don't get me wrong. Just, I think that would have really added to it. I really do like the mirrors in this down position. I saw some reviews saying that people weren't able to actually get a good view out of the mirrors. I'm not really having that kind of problem. Sometimes you have to kind of lift your arm a little bit, but it's not too bad. I figured I would try it and see how I liked it. I like it a lot, so they're probably going to stay that way. The grips definitely could be improved. That might be another thing that I'd look at doing in the future, just because they're not very padded and they're not real comfortable. My hand starts going numb pretty quick on these, and I think maybe a good set of grips would probably help that. Other than that, I love the big tires on it. I love that big front tire, big back tire. But yeah, that's where we sit on this. And I think hopefully I'll be able to ride some more tomorrow, get some more miles. I've got a few more days off, so I'm going to try to actually get as many miles as I can. Like I said, my biggest complaint right now is the heat, because it doesn't take long riding and you are hot. So, like I said, I don't know how many miles I actually went today. I'm going to guess maybe 50 miles today. Might have been close to 60, I don't know. It wasn't like a big, long trip, but my buddy's son played baseball on the south side of town, so that was a pretty good little trip out there and then back, and then plus just running around here. Got out on the highway a little bit. Still don't like getting on the highway until I get this break-in period over, because like I said in the last video, they said that you want to keep it under 3,000 miles or 3,000 RPMs. Problem is with that, on the highway, that puts you in 6th gear at around 2,900 RPM. You're doing about 55 miles an hour, 56, 57, somewhere in there. It's not real good when the highway speed limit's like 60, 65. I don't want to get run over on it. So hopefully I can get these miles put on it, doing a bunch of city riding, and then we can open it up and see about this 100 horsepower they say it has. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. I still have that camera on back order. I think the last time I checked it was like June 18th. I'm really looking forward to getting that in, because I want to actually get moto vlogs going and get y'all out on the road with it, and I think that'll be really cool. I'm trying to come up with a plan for an intro video for this side of the videos. I've got the Mustang intro, obviously, for all my videos right now. I'm thinking about trying to maybe shoot an intro tomorrow, just depending on if I can get out to it, and found a pretty cool location. I think it'll be pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Keep checking out the videos, like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.